When Aiden Butler offered a mysterious alien girl shelter from the relentless rain, he thought he was just doing the decent thing. But the moment she stepped into his tent, everything changed. She wasn't just seeking warmth, she was evaluating humanity. And what began as an innocent act of kindness soon ignited a bond so powerful, it would threaten the foundations of an ancient interstellar order. She needed more than shelter, she needed connection. And in him, she found it. The rain pelted the alien forest with relentless force, turning leaves into drums and tree trunks into resonators. Aiden Butler adjusted the edge of his makeshift tarp and sipped steaming coffee from a thermos, watching the fire sputter beneath the downpour. The expedition had been rough, but solitude was part of the job. As a xenobiologist for the Terran Scientific Corps, he was used to damp clothes, cold meals, and long stretches of silence. The planet, designated HD 742c, was lush, wild, and promising. Its atmospheric profile matched Earth's more closely than any world they'd encountered in the sector, and the bioluminescent plant life was unlike anything in the human catalog. Aiden had come here to study life. He hadn't expected it to find him first. Movement, subtle but distinct. He stilled, eyes narrowing into the forest's shifting shadows. Instinct had kept him alive more than once, and right now it whispered danger. His hand rested near the pulse pistol at his hip, but he didn't draw it. Not yet. Then she stepped from the trees. She was humanoid, barefoot, pale green skin that shimmered faintly in the firelight, hair like moonlight on water. A leather-like bodysuit clung to her frame, more ornamental than practical. She should have been freezing. She didn't seem to notice. "You're fire," she said, her voice smooth accented. "It's warm." Aiden blinked. "You speak English?" She smiled faintly. "We've studied your kind for some time." The fire hissed as a gust of wind scattered droplets into the flames. She stepped closer, calm, unafraid. "May I?" He nodded, scooting aside beneath the tarp. She sat gracefully beside him, as though rain and mud meant nothing to her. Up close, Aiden noticed the intricate patterning on her skin, marble-like veins of lighter tone woven beneath the surface. Ethereal, alien, beautiful. "I'm Aiden," he offered. "Aiden Butler, Terran xenobiologist." "Lara," she replied, extending a hand toward the fire. "Evaluator of the Etheria." He swallowed. "Evaluator?" "For the Galactic Council. We observe new species. Gauge their readiness for integration." Aiden's breath caught. His mind spun with implications. Humanity had always suspected they weren't alone. But this confirmation. "And you're evaluating us?" "I was," she said, her eyes meeting his. Amber. Deep. Knowing. Until something changed. She didn't elaborate. Instead, she studied him. "You offered shelter," she said softly. "Not knowing who I was. What I wanted. You gave warmth without condition. Do you understand how rare that is?" Aiden's brow furrowed. "It's just basic decency." "No," she said. "It's more." Silence settled, heavy and intimate. The fire crackled. Rain drummed overhead. Then she tilted her head toward his tent. "Your shelter is warmer than mine. May I stay the night?" He hesitated. "Are you asking professionally, or?" She smirked. "Does it matter?" Aiden's heart pounded. "No. I mean yes. I mean you can stay." They entered the tent together, the air inside thick with unspoken tension. He busied himself with the sleeping bags, feeling her presence like static behind him. "You fascinate me," she said, settling onto the blanket. "Humans, I mean. You feel things so deeply. So quickly. It's intoxicating." "You're not supposed to interfere with your subjects, are you?" She chuckled. "No. And yet, here I am." "Why me?" "You were selected for your profile. Empathy, curiosity, emotional capacity. But your reaction, how you treat me, even now, it goes beyond prediction." A pause. "I should tell you something," she whispered. "My kind, we don't engage in casual intimacy. When we bond, it's for life. Psychically, emotionally, biologically." Aiden turned. "Are you saying?" She reached for his hand and placed it gently on her stomach. "It's already begun." His world tilted. "You're pregnant?" "Your species' emotional resonance makes something possible we never thought could happen. Hybrid gestation. The bond. It's accelerating everything. The child already feels us." He didn't speak for a long time. Then finally, "How do you feel about it?" She smiled. "I'm terrified. And joyful. And I can feel you're the same." The rain outside dulled to a whisper. Inside the tent, their fingers intertwined. Lara's eyes glistened, not with tears exactly, but with something close. The council will come, she said. They monitor all evaluators. They'll detect the bond and send retrieval teams. They'll try to erase it. Erase us. Aiden's jaw tightened. Then they'll have to go through me. Lara stared at him for a long time. That's why I broke protocol, she whispered. Because I knew. You'd fight for me. For us. For this. By morning, they were moving through the forest, navigating toward Aiden's research station. Council retrieval ships descended like silent predators, scanning with cold precision. But Lara and Aiden had something the machines didn't. Love. And a child whose emotional aura was growing by the hour. In the depths of the jungle, the fetus, barely hours into gestation, reached out psychically, broadcasting raw emotion. Hope. Curiosity. Love. And something else answered. One by one, other etheria appeared. Evaluators, scientists, dissenters, each drawn by the unprecedented pulse of emotional energy. Some wore the council's sigils, others bore rebel markings. All had felt the spark. You've changed everything, one of them said. We were told emotion weakens us. But what we feel now, it makes us whole. At the research station, Aiden activated the quantum broadcast array. Lara stood beside him, glowing with radiant patterns as their child amplified the signal, transmitting not just data but emotion. Council fleets arrived in force, but their precision failed them. The retrievers couldn't comprehend emotional warfare. Love, shared through bonds, overwhelmed their circuits. Council agents froze, gripped by feelings they'd been programmed to deny. The broadcast reached its peak. Every node, every outpost, every vessel in the council felt the transmission. And for the first time in generations, they felt something. On the main screen, the council's supreme administrator appeared. His platinum skin rippled with emotion. What is this? He asked, voice cracking. Love, Aiden replied, holding Lara's hand. The kind that starts with offering shelter and ends with saving a galaxy from itself. Months later, on a council world reformed by that broadcast, Aiden stood beside Lara as she cradled their hybrid daughter. The child's laughter sent waves of joy through the plaza, touching every Etherian within range. Their skin glowed with color. Their hearts, once sealed, now open. You changed everything, Lara said. Aiden shook his head. We did. She leaned in. And to think, you thought I just needed to warm up.